Hello there. In this tutorial, I'm going to discuss about configuring the properties of resource mailbox. Now, for example, you have a resource mailbox. I have two as I've created the room mailbox or equipment mailbox. Let me try with anyone by going with the properties room mailbox, and then if I say right click properties, then as a normal user we're able to find it out the properties and what properties are there like the normal users used to have. Similarly, in the uh, equipment mailbox or room mailbox also have the similar kind of properties. So when you read the properties, you'll be able to know about exactly like there are a couple of options which is quite interesting to configure, because what happens that this is a common mailbox. This is equipment or a room mailbox which is one on 40 people, for example 20 people, for example in two department, for example common to two departments. So you have to organize thing in the big organization. You have to bring it out for, because resources are less but the employees are in numbers of people gonna use it in a big number. So in that case you can very easily able to uh, do that, as and this is basically a admin's job to find it out and to basically configure what is best for the company's interest on it and what is best basically to configure as per the company's policy. So this is where the properties, and it's very much similar to the normal properties of the users, like other users used to have it. So in that case you can very much easily able to configure the properties. Now there is in every tab you able to find it what is called resource policy. In the resource policy you able to find it out couple of options which is very much requires you to configure in the admin department. For example, if I open the resource policy, this is what basically is all about. Now there is check out option as well, where you're gonna opt it out or not. Now for example, there is one option called allow conflicting meeting requests. For example, if one either is one organization, one department, for example account department or a sales department, they have common a huddle room and they want to do a meeting in the same huddle room, for example in the same time at the same date itself, for example 12th of November 12:30 to 1:30 p.m. In that case, whether you allow conflicting meetings or not, conflicting meeting with the same or of department or a different department, that's totally up to you. So whether you want to allow conflicting meetings or not, allow repeating meetings or not. For example, the huddle room all the time, for example you're using for daily live notifications. For example, anything comes out and you want that updates need to be given to the employees, so you're daily doing the meeting before doing your job. So whether you are allowed to do the repeating meetings or not, that every time whenever employee gather before job, whether you were taking the repeating meetings before the work, so you're getting allowed or not. There is another thing is that allows scheduling only during working hours or not. That means during working hours or after working hours. So there is a certain thing when you click on it, you can find it either after working hour or during working hour, where you're going to give you exception for the job hours or not. The fourth option is quite interesting. So before, this is what the thing is. Now let me tell you about the booking window. Now, booking window, it means that it's saying that whether you're going to allow this meeting. For example, if I want a hurdle room, so I'm going to allow to book a hurdle room within 180 days. It means within 3 months and not afterwards. So this is a certain thing. Booking windows within 180 days you can book this particular room and not afterwards. So is that okay for you or not? So that is the important thing. Here, the 4 points say reject repeating meetings that have an end date beyond the booking window. It means that any booking window which comes at 181 days, they will be rejected. That within 180 days, you're allowed to do a meeting repeatedly, no issue for whatsoever. But after the booking window, your repeating meeting requests will be rejected. So if I allow repeating meetings, then after 180 days, it means at 181 day it will be get rejected. So you have to create a fresh request after 180 days. Maximum duration of the meeting, for example, if I say hurdle room, so 1440, and you can create means 1440 minutes hurdle room will officially can be allocated, not afterwards. Means any group can use that particular hurdle room till that timeline. Maximum conflict interest. Here I said that I don't want conflict, so in that case there will be no instance like that. Another thing is that conflict percentage allowed. So basically, since it's not good enough to allow conflicting, so here we are not allowing the conflicting percentage as well. You can add your own object list as well, but I think that is the more than enough thing in the resource policy to configure the properties of the resource policy. So hope you learned something about resource policy in the resource mailboxes. Thanks for watching.